Good afternoon. This is Ben Johnson, Assistant Director, Louisville Parks and Recreation, and welcome to our monthly show, Beyond the Bench, where we take you beyond the park bench every month to hear and figure out and find out about different things that goes on in the parks department, recreation, special events, and what have you. There's so much to do and learn and see beyond the bench. We open every month's show with a Did You Know? Did you know that October is Bullying Prevention Month? Short, sweet, simple. Let's just be kind. And let's also be clear that it's not just for kids. Adults can be bullies as well. And since that was so short, and in light of one of my guests today, I'm also going to give you some safety tips. Did you know these things that'll help keep you and other folks safe on the road? The season is changing, days are getting shorter, which means nights are getting longer, so it's getting dark earlier. Headlights, extremely important. Bright lights, extremely important. When to use them and when not to use them. Not when people are coming, but when there's a further distance and you need to see better. Allow more time to stop and more distance if it's raining or inclement weather. In the morning, get up early enough if you need to defrost or scrape your windows, because you know Louisville and Kentucky has that weird weather. It'll be 50 degrees in the morning and 80 degrees in the afternoon. So allow yourself time to properly defrost your, don't just scrape a little spot and then take off and then it fogs up again. I want you to be alert and be safe. Slow down, take your time. Wherever you're going, we'll be there when you get there. We're also getting into the Halloween season, you know, Parks and Recs, and we love kids and we love special events. So for those folks who do Halloweens or trunk or treats or whatever, keep in mind the babies. And if you're taking your young people out for any kind of festivity, make sure you put on something bright, add something reflective so we can keep the little people safe. Candy is fun, but safety is more important. So that's this month's Did You Know? Our first guest today is Miss Sarah Flarsheim, who is sort of all things HR, personnel, SOPs, a little bit of IT, some data analysis and all of those wonderful things. So Sarah, you've also had an interesting path to get to the seat you're in, not this one, the one back at the office. So give the folk an idea of who you are, what you've done in the department, and how you ended up where you are now.
That's a very fun story, I think, personally. So I started at Parks and Recreation as volunteer coordinator. I have a background in ecology and have just kind of worked my way to where I am now. And yeah, I oversee support services, which I think my job's awesome because my entire job is to make everyone else's job
Awesome, or you do an awesome job?
Both. But my job is to make everyone's life easier. And I think that's really cool because I get to work across the department in all kinds of capacities to just help make our employees hopefully enjoy work a little bit more themselves. So yeah, now that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, and I will say you do an excellent job with that. You're extremely reliable, responsive, quick.
Aw.
I take a little bit of help and hand-holding and babysitting, and you haven't complained yet. So I appreciate that, as do others. So let's focus a little bit on the HR personnel aspect of it. What would you say people don't know about working in Parks and Recreation?
I think the biggest misconception is the scope of our department.
Right.
When you think Parks and Recreation, a lot of people think parks. So they think folks cutting grass, they think folks taking out the trash, but they forget that we have hundreds of thousands of trees. So we have foresters. They forget that we plant trees and have landscape beds. So we have horticulturists. We have a series of amazing hiking trails, and we have employees that take care of those. And we haven't even gone inside yet. We've got recreation centers, we've got aquatic centers, we've got pools. So we have staff at all of those facilities running programs, including amazing programs like taught swim lessons. Like, it's amazing. And then we have all the behind the scenes folks. We've got project managers, we've got electricians, plumbers, mechanics, a whole team of folks that are supporting the department in all kinds of ways. So really, if it's a job, we probably have a version of it within our department, which is just really cool.
Yeah, I mean, HR, IT, community engagement, historic homes, JMF, plumbers. So like you said, if you want to do it, you could probably do it in Parks and Recreation.
Yep.
So speaking of that, what kind of opportunities are currently available?
So we don't have a ton of vacancies because, I mean, we are pretty awesome. But we have some vacancies in our community centers. So if you are interested in recreation programming, if you want to run a sports league, teach yoga, work with seniors, work with youth, do really any kind of programming, our recreation centers have positions open from part-time, entry level, all the way up to supervisor of a community center. So those are really cool, more traditional parks and recreation roles. Some of the more unknown ones, we have open project manager positions. They're the folks that help build parks, completely revamp parks. They pick the playgrounds that go in, which is just like such a cool role. We also have open park ranger jobs. So if you are interested in law enforcement and want to come be a park ranger with us, that's an option.
We had Chief James on last month.
Yep. We also have a couple horticulture and forestry positions if you are a tree enthusiast. Highly recommend you check them out. And then, what else am I forgetting?
That's quite a bit.
I think that might be it, actually. Yeah.
That's quite a bit. Cool. So let's go macro for a little bit. So you decide you want to have the fun that Parks and Rec has. How do you apply?
I think the easiest thing to do is to go to bestparksever.com because it's really short and easy to type out. And then that is our department's website. There's an employment opportunities link right on that front page that will give you information about both our seasonal positions and full-time positions. So that's all in one. You can also go to louisvilleky.gov, which is the main metro site, and get to that same information.
Okay. We didn't mention our team leaders. So we have teams that work in community centers, but those positions are currently filled because they're on a 6-month rotation. But if you have a young person interested in working in a community center, we would love to have them in about March, maybe April.
Yeah. And also, much like the Team Leader program, we have a similar forestry program for young people who are interested in green careers. That's through the Leafy Grant.
Oh, that's right.
And that also, I think, will be opening again for new applicants, probably in February.
Okay. So you mentioned the Leafy Grant. What kind of collaborations do we do with city departments or other outside organizations?
We have some amazing community partners. We have environmental partners like Trees Louisville, Olmsted Parks Conservancy, Parks Alliance of Louisville, Wilderness Louisville. We also have recreation partners like First Tee, St. George's Academy in our community centers. We also work with organizations like Goodwill. And then we have amazing partners that help do programming like Louisville Youth Football League. So not only do we have amazing partners now, I think there's always room and opportunities for growth. So I'd just like to give a little shout out if you are interested and need a space for a little league or want to do a program, like reach out to us because we are blessed with some amazing spaces.
Absolutely.
And we would love to hear from partners that want to partner.
Good call, internal and external. Inside of a community center, reach out to me. Outside, fields, other organizations, JMF, what have you, we could probably find a way to work with you and would be glad to. So we're winding up in terms of time. What advice would you give someone seeking a career in parks and recreation? And because I'm always special, and what kind of person would you say, this might not be for you?
I think number one advice that can trip people up, especially metro government as a whole, when you apply, fill out all of the application. I know if you're looking for jobs, it is rough out there and you have to type a lot of information over and over again, but fill it all out. We read them all, I promise. And so having all that information really helps us identify great applicants. Some things to be cautious about. I think pretty much all of our jobs are indoor and outdoor and working with the community. And so if you're not okay with a little rain, and if you really don't want to talk to people, Parks and Recreation might not be ideal for you.
Right.
I say that, but we do have some positions that are pretty out on their own and some positions that are pretty behind the scenes. So even that, it just depends on the role.
Okay. Last question. In your role, What has been, following up to the previous question, what has been the oddest thing, it could be serious or it could be funny, that someone actually thought was okay? Either as an employee or as an applicant, like, don't worry about that. No, that's not how this works.
That's a tough one. I think we have a lot of seasonal applicants, and we make it really easy to apply as a seasonal. But we have had some young people turn in some identification cards that are questionable about their validity. So if you do apply, make sure that you have your identification ready to go so you can scan that in.
And if you don't, actually get a real one before you apply.
Yes, don't photocopy something.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Well, great. Well, it's been a joy to have you.
Yeah,
Ms.
lovely
Sarah
to be here.
Flarsheim, HR, IT, SOPs, sort of the Renaissance woman that kind of helps everybody. And we do appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me.
All right. So that's been Beyond the Bench with Ms. Sarah Flarsheim. We will be right back. Welcome back to Beyond the Bench. My next guest is Miss Gabriella Farris, who is, Showcase HBCU. That's what we're going to be talking about. She's a previous participant. She is a graduate. She's a volunteer. So she's sort of all things Showcase of HBCU. So it's coming up soon, and we want to have someone on to give us the inside details. So good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
Doing swell. How are you?
Doing fine. So tell the people sort of who you are. I see you have on your Alabama A&M
Yes,
proud
yes.
alum, number 2 A&M in the country.
Number one, a little confusion here.
No, not at all. So anyway, who are you? Why are you here? What have you done?
Okay, so my name is Gabriella Farris. I'm a Louisville native,
Okay.
born and raised. I went to the illustrious Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University, where I received my Bachelor's of Science in Chemistry, and I'm currently a student for my Master's at U of L Medical School.
Oh, cool.
Yes, very excited for that.
Well,
In
good.
May, I should be done.
Oh, wow.
I got started.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I got started with the showcase last year, actually, where
Okay.
I saw they posted about volunteering, and I talked to Miss Andrea Houston, and she actually really welcomed me with open arms and informed me about it a little bit more, let me know about how the logistic works, about really helping them make it happen, and I fell in love with it, and here I am.
Well, cool. And that's kind of an HBCU thing. Andrea is the founder, a graduate of Hampton University. She would say the real HU. If you know, you know, not my fight. So that's cool. But you also were a participant in the showcase, correct?
Yes, I was. Back in 2019, I actually attended myself when I was a senior in high school. It was the first time actually seeing HBCUs.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes, I went to Atherton High School. And so I predominantly did not get to see these kind of universities a lot. And so it was really eye-opening to kind of get a at-home feeling and just feel like I was really welcomed and get to talk to people about the different opportunities that they offered.
So it played a significant role in your decision
Yes.
to attend Alabama
Very,
A&M.
very significant, yes.
Great. It's good to hear. I'd like to know that our time and efforts and resources
Yes.
have paid off. So that is absolutely wonderful. So the showcase is operated a little differently than a traditional college fair. You want to talk
Yes.
about that a little bit?
Yes, so the purpose of the showcase is really to raise awareness to students, educators, and parents about the opportunities that HBCUs have to offer. So it also goes through allowing them to get prepared for the college admission kind of process. So there's a lot of different avenues and little parts and aspects of the showcase. So there is a kind of pre-college conference where it allows students to be able to talk to and get to know experienced people in the fields and get them accommodated with the FAFSA application as well as the college application as well. There's a career fair aspect
Right.
where they get to talk to Kentuckiana career people as well as from various different backgrounds and different careers. It allows them to really get interested and exposed to a multitude of different careers.
Right. So, with full disclosure, I've worked with the Showcase ever since its existence. And so we take a lot of pride in that difference, in that there are classes that take place. You don't show up, walk around, fill up your bag full of goodies, and then leave.
Yes.
To your point, we bring in professors, we bring in financial aid professionals, we bring in alums, so that young people like Ms. Farris, who it obviously benefited, can get a real feel. It's not 2 minutes talking to someone and then off you go. So, nice to know that works. So that is great. So when we go from there, you talked about yourself as a volunteer and the career fair aspect. So we have lots of opportunities for volunteers. Do you want to speak to that?
Yes, so volunteers, you can still sign up to be a volunteer as of right now. Volunteers help out on day of in such a amazing and large variety of ways, from helping check in people to helping guide and direct the children on where they need to go, informing them what we have to offer, as well as just maintaining the area in the flow of everything, helping it be a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, and it's a lot.
It is.
So we have room for everyone. Just getting them off with buses.
Yes.
Coordinating that.
Takes an entire group.
Takes an
of
entire
people.
group.
Yes.
It absolutely
Parking
does.
and directing people for, yes, it is a event.
Right. So you were there prior. So you weren't there during the COVID years.
No, I actually was just in the
Ahead
nick of
of-
time.
right.
Yes, graduation, everything, just right before COVID hit.
Congratulations
First year of
to
college
you.
was COVID,
Oh,
but
gotcha.
yes.
Yeah, because we did do it during the COVID. We did it virtual for a couple years because we wanted to maintain that momentum.
Yes.
And keep the young people informed.
Make it accessible for everyone too.
To make it accessible. Perfect terminology. And I'm not going to say we hated it. Let me just say we did not enjoy it nearly as much
Yes.
as the
Nothing
in-person
beats
experience.
in-person.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and we're still recruiting colleges?
Yes.
So-
Yes, we are right now.
Okay.
And so we are working on recruiting more and more colleges from different backgrounds. We have what people would call PWIs, and we also have HBCUs still signing up to today. They are excited to work with the Showcase, so I'm excited to see how it all turns out.
Great. And JCPS is a major partner of ours.
Yes. Oh, very big. They are an amazing help, and the students love to come out and sign up to come to the Showcase as well.
And Showcase University, who would that be?
Showcase University?
Yeah, Kentucky State
Yes,
University.
I'm sorry. Yes, I apologize.
You thought it was an
Yeah,
award?
Yeah, I said, but Kentucky State is amazing, an outstanding sponsor as well, along with Simmons College.
Right.
They both are an amazing help throughout it. Amazing. Yeah.
So yeah, and we want to, so Alabama A&M, Florida A&M, but we love all HBCUs.
Oh, yes.
We all think ours is the best. One of us is correct.
Yeah.
But other than that, we like to work together and provide as many opportunities for young people as possible. So if you're an alum, give us a call to make sure your university is showing up. And if they are not, maybe you can reach out and help us get them here. So particularly now you're a volunteer.
Yes.
You were a participant. It obviously benefited you and you were impressed. So what would you say is the biggest takeaway that you've seen from students and even the adults who learn a lot?
Let's see. Biggest takeaway would definitely be, for me, was probably sense of belonging. Feeling like I was at home, feeling welcomed, listened to, and really getting to know people that wanted to see me excel and really prosper in life. That was one of the biggest things. As well as preparedness at this Showcase, I was able to really navigate and kind of help my parents even understand the FAFSA
It's a lot.
application, and as well as the college application as well. That was some of the biggest help, just knowing what to click and when, and what does this mean, and why is it said like this, just making sure I didn't do anything wrong, because that was one of the most nerve-wracking things, just wanting to do everything correct.
Yeah, and college is not inexpensive.
Yeah.
Please do not look at a deadline as let me do it by that date. Get it done as early as possible. I literally know situations where young people were qualified for academic scholarships, but did not receive them because the money had run out. You know, and there's nothing worse than being qualified for something, somebody wanting to help you and not having the opportunity. That goes back to filing your taxes, filling out the forms.
Yes.
And I'm going to say this because that's who and how I am. Make your counselors and the people at your school do their jobs. And I'm not saying that they aren't. I'm just saying bug them. Get the help, get the assistance, get the deadlines, get the recommendations so that you can get all that you've earned.
They have more knowledge than you know.
They have more knowledge.
They are,
And it changes so much. Everything is continuing to
and they
change.
are constantly willing to give it. They're constantly willing to help. You have to be also willing within yourself to ask those uncomfortable questions,
Right.
those vulnerable questions about money, because college is a money thing.
And also be true to thyself.
Okay.
If you haven't
Honest
earned
with
it
yourself.
or don't, figure out, figure out where you fit in
Yes.
and then get in where you fit in. So that's great. How crazy is Showcase Day?
Oh, it is. It is truly a whirlwind. The volunteers are amazing. Last year we had an amazing amount of volunteers. We had 84 volunteers show up and show out.
Yes. When is the showcase?
Oh, it is November 20th. It is
Sheesh.
November 20th this year at the Kentucky International Convention Center.
Right.
So please come out and make sure it's open to everyone. It is catered to juniors and high school seniors,
Right.
as well as non-traditional students as well that are seeking to transfer, but it's open to everyone. So please come out.
And we actually have young people that come in from other counties. Lexington
Yes.
continually brings students. We've probably had students from like 7 or 8 different counties last year, including 2 in
From
Indiana.
Indiana.
Right,
Yep.
right. And also sometimes there are universities that will offer on-the-spot scholarships. And a lot of times they will also waive the application fees. So those are other reasons to come out and participate
Lots
in
of
the
perks.
showcase. Lots of perks, lots of information, lots of knowledge. And let me ask you this. So if you aren't interested in going to an HBCU, if you don't think you're interested in attending an HBCU, why should you still come to the showcase?
I feel like you should still come because we are more than just a college fair. So we have so much more to offer, from getting to know and getting exposed to career fields in Kentuckiana, as well as being able to just get used to talking to those recruiters, representatives from different universities nationwide. It really just allows you to get comfortable in that space and allows you to get a handle on seeing where you may want to go. You never know. Things might change.
Things might change. And you also mentioned PWIs, which is
Yes.
predominantly white institutions. Those are just the acronyms that are out there. But a lot of them attend as well, so
Yes.
you can get information on, quite a few different schools. And like you said, the information is the same, and the information
Yes.
is important. Where and how you use it is up to you. So
Yes.
that's cool. So quick Alabama A&M plug. Why was that the right place for you? You keep mentioning a sense
Yes.
of belonging. So you're beaming, you're representing. Why was Alabama A&M the right place for you?
One of my favorite things about A&M was really the student to professor ratio. So I was in the chemistry department, and in my class we had about 12 chemistry majors in my department. And so that ratio allowed me to have really one-on-one, hands-on opportunity and time with my professor to truly understand and digest all of the information. I also loved that the history behind it. It was so rich, and when I got to listen to them and visit and do a tour, I felt at home. It was such a beautiful campus. The hill was a lot to climb.
I think every
to climb.
HBCU is on a hill.
Yes, and then also what drew me there, I was a flag girl for them. So they're one of the most hardworking women in the SWAC, So being a
If you
flag
say
girl was truly one of my favorite things that drew me there also.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, HBCU students tend to love, I got
Yes.
stories forever, could do a whole 30-minute
Forever.
show. Florida A&M was on the highest of 7 hills in
Okay.
Tallahassee. Happy birthday, Mother FAMU, October 3rd, 1887. We just
Okay.
had a birthday.
Yes.
Homecoming is this week. They won't let me off work.
Yes, we are celebrating 150 this weekend.
Attitude. So congratulations.
Thank
And
you.
again, it's just that HBCU thing.
Yes.
It's like a lifelong family.
It truly is.
84 to 88, I'm in contact with somebody from my class
Yeah.
every week.
It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is.
So, last question. It's always unscripted. Here's yours. There are a lot of misperceptions about HBCUs. Again, only for black kids. Some people feel like it's for students who couldn't do better.
Yeah.
It's ironic with your major and now you're, as you continuing your education. Why do you think persons who don't feel like an HBCU is for them, irregardless of race, irregardless of major, irregardless of income, why should you look at an HBCU and could potentially find the perfect fit for you?
Every HBCU is unique, and the opportunities that they have to offer are amazing. I believe that if each person really takes the time to look into and research about the different opportunities that HBCUs have to offer, everyone can find a place at an HBCU. Also, I feel like the idea of people not, doing well and having to settle for an HBCU, an HBCU is nothing to settle for. It's nothing to settle for.
Right.
It was founded by people that wanted to do better, that strive for better, and constantly persevered through obstacles. And that's all it means, is that you are coming somewhere and you have the self-determination to truly do better.
I'm glad you added that part, because that's what I tell young people. We want you to do well, but we've been doing well for a long time, 1800s, in very trying times, still here. So we want you to go, we want you to be successful, but don't break your arm patting yourself on the back. A lot of us have that expectation for you.
Yes.
So, Ben Johnson, Gabriella, the Showcase of HBCU, check us out online. We still have space for volunteers, for students, for sponsors. You can register online, showcasehbcu.com. And we hope to see you there November 20th at the Kentucky International Convention Center. That's this episode of Beyond the Bench. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. We'll see you next month.